buddy.
Yeah.
It's the best I've had. Their pork belly, their beef ribs, and their sides, dude. I'll eat that shit right now.
Really?
Oh my! Their cream corn,
Yeah.
their jalapeno casserole.
I'm very into barbecue.
Oh, buddy. You know my teeth. I can't eat sugar.
Now where?
So they don't lather it up with sugar either. Oh my god.
Where is the Interstellar? Sorry guys for that sound.
Keep going. No, he has a thing that gets rid of it. We fixed it. You just go straight down. You go straight down about 8 miles on the right. There's me a little bit of line.
So only 8 miles down the line.
8 miles.
All right.
20 minutes.
Everything's 20 minutes, Bubba.
Interstellar. Fantastic.
I wasn't mad at the well. Went to the well. Yeah, just okay, right?
Yeah, if you don't like flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
What did I get? I got
You got the Wagyu.
that bone broth can fuck off.
But you are chicken bone broth. What are you doing? If you're going to do it, you got to go with the bone marrow. Yeah. That Interstellar barbecue. So I had that and then the UFC fights. Now, here's what they don't tell you about moving to Texas. Those fights, if you to get to the main event, you're looking at about midnight.
Yeah, you are.
My entire family, usually we're up, have celebrating. I was the only one awake because I got to watch it for work. I had to make some coffee. That main event rolls at midnight.
Yep.
Great fights, though, dude. Great fights.
I'm glad to see Kevin Holland beat Vicente Luque, who's a serious veteran. That was great. That Darce is nasty with Kevin Holland with those long arms, man.
Yeah, I was an Anaconda. Is
that what it was?
Yeah. But his weight class is at 170.
It's at 170.
For him to be a real contender, it's 170.
100%.
Quit fucking around. 85 is too small.
No, it's too
His
small.
wrestling's not there.
Yeah.
70, he's a real threat.
Yeah, real threat.
Patchy Mix, everyone was all excited. He got exposed.
What is the, what he wasn't moving around. What was wrong? Just jitters?
No,
is he
man.
a Bellator guy?
3-time world champion.
Wow.
You Bellator, though.
Wow.
You Bellator, though.
Okay.
You in the big leagues. Yeah. Number 10 guy give you problems. And if he gave you, anyone in the top 9 would have finished him.
Yes.
You lucky you got this guy.
Yeah.
You in the big leagues, though. You in big leagues.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to act like these other leagues are the same as UFC. Get the fuck out. I'm sick of it.
Really?
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Name the best crossover. Go. You ready for this? You know the only guy with a winning record that came from Bellator over to the UFC or any organization? Do you know who?
Yeah.
Bet you won't get it.
It's either Michael Chandler. Hold on. Hold on.
Out of all the picks, Chandler, he's like 1-4, dude. Hold on.
Oh, winning.
Yeah, well, I'm talking UFC with Callens. No, I know. He's a fucking idiot.
A winning record in the UFC?
Yeah, bro.
Okay. I think it's Michael Venom Page.
That's the only thing I can think of. No.
Hold on.
No, dumbass. No. What else you got? This is fine.
Hold on. I don't know.
Come on. Give me another one.
Let me give you one more. Let me really give you one more. I know who it is. I know exactly who it is. It is the guy who had great switch kicks and 55er. He's a 55er.
Barboza?
Yes.
He's not from Bellator.
That's okay.
He's a UFC guy, born and raised.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take it from there. Volkov.
Really? Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's just a different league. Not the same level.
You ever heard of anyone having Bellator jitters? You ever heard anyone say, "Oh, I didn't have a great performance in PFL because I had PFL jitters"?
Yeah.
No.
Well, Patchy Mix wasn't moving. He wasn't moving his feet.
But that works over there.
Yeah.
You in the leagues, bro. You're in the big leagues.
It's a whole.
Don't fuck around.
Yeah.
1 through 50 is a fucking nightmare at the fucking bantamweight.
Nightmare.
No,
So this podcast is a complete and utter disaster. First of all, the audio is trash. I guess like the air conditioner kicked on. Callen apologizes. Schaub says they're going to fix it. And then the second he's done saying that, it gets louder. I think even if you meant in like post-production, it wasn't going to happen. The lights are going out. Chin is walking up and down the stairs in the shot. And then what was that dumb thing Dummy said? Someone didn't tell me that when you move to Texas, the flights are on later. You don't know about time zones, idiot. And someone had to tell you? Oh my God, how can someone be so stupid? This is a complete and utter disaster. And this is the way the podcast is going to look. If we were seeing that video I did about the space that they rented, the whole bottom part is for cars. So all the podcasts are going to be shot on that second level because you got to remember, this is no longer the LA setup. He's no longer going to be doing the Golden Hour podcast. So he doesn't have, the only space he needs is one for the fighter and the kid and one for his dumb Schaub show. So they're just going to be doing it on that little second tier thing. So this is it. And it looks like trash. You got people walking up and down the stairs. It is, wow, a complete and total disaster, man. This is pathetic. They're complaining about Texas in every show. They can't stand the heat, obviously. They're cranking the AC. It's all loud. Nothing is being fixed in post-production. They're just getting it out there as quick as they can. So, like I said, this ain't going to last another year. It's really not. Especially when Rogan doesn't even have them on as much. And especially when Callens finally pulls the plug on this and goes, look, dude, we did it. The numbers have completely and utterly tanked. The whole time watching this, I'm just looking at Callens' face. Callens just like, what's happening? Why am I here? I was in The Hangover. I was in The Joker. What happened? I was in the movie The Joker. I was going to be in Joker too, even though it was trash, but you didn't know it at the time. And now I'm here in Texas with this idiot in a studio that is falling apart. This is a sad state of affairs, man. Uprooted their entire family to move to Texas. They hate it, and they're having all these problems. Ugh. And how much money do you think they're telling them it's going to cost to fix this? Oh, we'll just need another $60,000. We'll fix the loud AC. Did this dummy, by the way, literally just rent a warehouse and he's using it as podcast space? Meaning, if he just rented out like a warehouse and it's not set up for a podcast, that's the dumbest thing you could do. Because of course they would have loud air conditioning because it's a warehouse. Who cares about the sound of air conditioning in a warehouse? That's why when you rent out a studio, you go to like an office building or something, or you rent out something that was specifically made to handle the acoustics of doing it. You don't just rent out a car garage and say, we're going to start doing a podcast from here. Ooh, why is the AC loud? The AC is loud because it's a warehouse, and who cares if the AC is loud in a warehouse? But this dummy, old Camel Joe bungler messed it up again. Brendan Schaub is a complete idiot. This podcast is a complete disaster. And let me know your thoughts in the comments.